Hey everyone, I am Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach, and welcome to my podcast, No More Excuses. Thanks for being here, for listening, watching, if you're checking out the video on my YouTube channel, and for investing the time in you and your success and your personal and professional growth. So please feel free to share this podcast with others. Always love to hear feedback, something you'd like to hear about with business wise, maybe personal wise, maybe a little bit of both, since they do affect each other. Feel free to comment or direct message me if you're checking this out on social media, or email me, Sandy with an I at sandyballard.com. So let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about costs. Yes, we're in the fourth quarter. There's truly no more excuses. We've got to level up our game. We got to leverage our connections, our network, our talents, everything, so we can finish this year strong and be ready for next year. Yes, it's time to set those goals, make any changes you need to. So do a quick review, make any necessary changes, like I said, and set your goals. You are ready to hit the ground running. Yes. So costs, there's a lot of things that with a business and in life that we have expenses for, that we pay for, that cost us money, cost us time. Yes, bills, expenses, fees, all that come at us daily, personally and professionally. The cost of running a business, the cost of doing the business. Time is money, right? The cost of having a home, a car, vacations, kids, those pesky kids, animals. It just seems like sometimes it's flowing out faster than it's coming in, or it's flowing out and not coming in. But it's that game of getting it to shift and bringing more in and keeping it, right? Money likes to flow into my pockets. How about yours, right? So today I want to talk about our to-do list and the costs to that, and what it's costing us, perhaps, to not get things done. I had a conversation with a client probably a month or so ago. So this podcast has been on my mind. I asked her the question because she wasn't getting some things done. I said, "What's the cost of you not doing what you need to do? What is, by not getting these things done, what is it costing you?" You know, we have things that carry over on our goal sheet, God forbid, on our to-do list. But looking at what's not getting done, I always ask why. Why are things getting done? Why are things not getting done? We have to understand, yeah, sometimes it's because it's the shit we want to do, that like to do, know how to do, that's easy to do, right? And then the shit that's not getting done is the things that are hard. We don't know how to do, we don't want to do. Maybe we don't feel it's important. And the biggest thing, it's not a good use of our time. But there is always things we have to do, right? And for this client, it was notes for clients. I have the same thing. I have to do notes for clients. Hers are a little quite more important because it's in the medical field. However, I like to keep notes on all my clients just so I can refresh my memory. I can also look back to 6 months ago. Look, you said you were going to do this. What's happened since? And what's it costing you to not make progress, to not achieve that goal, to not do this little task? Because then you can talk through that. You can brainstorm, strategize, work through why that's not getting done. And what is it costing you? Maybe it's credibility. Maybe it is money. Maybe it's just time, but just time. Time is money. I just said that earlier, right? Thinking through what is on your list, what's getting done, what's not getting done, what is it costing you? Like I said, credibility, it's huge. I'm in a lot of networking gigs, and there was a talk about that the other day. With that, so what's it costing you, or what credibility, I should say, are you getting or losing by doing things or not doing things? We've all heard, how some people overpromise and don't deliver. What do you lose by that? You lose credibility. So what, by you overpromising and under-delivering, it's costing you your reputation, credibility, potentially then clients, friends, who knows, right? Because you always, I talked years ago about this. There was a person I know from years ago, and he just started that business, man. And I saw him and I saw him and saw him, and I felt so bad because I know he's busting his ass. He's working his ass off. Now he's franchised, he's rocking. I think his wife are pretty much retired, but where's that hump? You got to get over that hump. I have a friend of mine, Carrie, who's a nutritionist, and she always says, don't give up before the magic happens. And I love that because it is hard. Sometimes we just sit there as, leaders. Maybe we don't own the business, but we're leading a team and we're just like, what the hell? Why are they not listening to me? Why are they not being as productive as I am? Right. But then with the ownership, are we overcommitting? Even as a leader, if you're not the owner, are you overcommitting and under delivering? Are you apologizing because you didn't get this done or that done, missed a deadline, that kind of thing? What is that costing you? Could cost you your job, but it's costing you the credibility, the respect, maybe, of the people you're leading. More than likely. Respect is huge. So even besides the physical or I guess literal costs like money and time, which is more figurative, but credibility and respect. If you lose that, whether you're a leader or the business owner, whoever, people look up to you, people expect a lot of things from you. And if you lose that respect, what does that cost you? That costs you a lot. And it takes a lot to rebuild. I mean, we've all probably pissed somebody off or disappointed someone in our life. Did we get that person back? What did it take to regain their trust, their respect? Right? So think about that. So you may think, oh, it's just a phone call. It's just an email. It's just. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that next week, or I won't do it. What is it costing you? Time, money, credibility, respect, which is pretty much the same. Think about that. So take a good ass hard look at what you're not doing and think about what it's costing you. Let's make sure we know what we need to do. We know what we're doing and living. We want to live a life that doesn't cost us time, money, or respect. I mean, life costs us time and money, but you know what I mean? We don't want it to cost us unnecessarily. It's stupid shit like forgetting to pay a bill and it costs you a late fee. Forgetting stuff like that. Things happen. However, making sure you're really, really uber focused on what needs to get done. And then if there's those things that you're starting to, get behind on and things like that, like my friend a long time ago, what could he have done differently? Sometimes you don't have the money to hire. You got to do it or pay for it, right? I tell clients that all the time. Do it or pay for it. And I tell myself that sometimes too. Do it or pay for it, bitch. Let's do this, right? So what if it's not getting done? What can you do about it? Because we want to make sure it's not costing you your reputation. It's not costing you then clients and money, because we all want to do well. We all want to succeed. And I will be honest to say, when people say it's not about the money, it's because you've already made the money, right? It's about doing things for significance, whatever, why, whatever you're doing, make sure you don't forget about that why. Because if your job is to help people, if your job is doing something that could, by not doing, could potentially hurt people or disappoint them, whatever it is, make sure you're not costing yourself, your reputation. Money can be made back. You can't make up time. And it's hard as hell to regain trust and credibility. So what's not getting done? Why? Think about what it's costing you. Think about what it could potentially cost you by not getting it done. Yes, this is me in your face saying we're in that fourth quarter, man. let's look at our list. Let's get some shit done. Let's finish this year strong as hell. And November 1st, find me. I'm doing a goal setting workshop. So let's make sure we're checking off what's happening this year. Join us, find me, badassbusiness.coach. I'll post it there, or just DM me for the link. It's all over. It's on my Instagram link. It's everywhere. Check out my goal November 1st, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, in the afternoon overseas. But join us. It's $54 because I just turned 54, right? And that's a significant discount, but that's not what matters. What matters is we're going to do this together. We're going to review our year, make any necessary changes, and set our goals for the new year. So we know we're on the right track and we know what we're doing and what it's costing us in a good way. I look forward to hearing from you, and please feel free to share anything, any questions you have. And there you go. Let's make sure we're on the right track and we're living a life that costs us things in a positive way, and we build the life and business we want. Cheers.